So on this video, I'm going to show you how you re-tax your electric vehicle to save paying tax for another 12 months. Because if you don't know, the government are now charging road tax or vehicle excise duty from the 1st of April on electric vehicles and electric vans. So for most electric vehicles, that's going to be £195 a year. So if you do it now, you're going to save up to 11 months of that. So that's £178.75. But if you've got an electric van, then the road tax is going to be the normal LCV rate, which will be £345 from April. So if you re-tax your electric van now, you're going to get another year. Well, you're going to get 11 months at zero cost. So that's going to save you £316.25. So I would have thought this has been done to death on the internet because people have been re-taxing their EVs a year ago to get the renewal reset to this month. And I did the same with all mine, but people are still asking online, how do you do this? So that's what I'm going to show you on this video. So we're talking about electric cars and electric vans here. You don't need to wait until you get your renewal. If you re-tax it now, you will reset the renewal date to March, and then you're going to be at zero cost for the next 12 months. So you're going to save those values I've said. But what you do need is your V5. And if you haven't got a V5, you cannot do this. So if you lease your vehicle or other forms of finance where you don't get the V5 because the finance company keep it because the vehicle is in their name, then you cannot do this. However, the majority of lease deals does include the road tax in your contract. But because some of them weren't expecting to pay this, I know some finance companies are writing to their customers to say they're going to charge extra for the road tax because they weren't expecting it. So I know Tesla have been sending out emails to their customers to say that they've got to pay this £195 a year road tax going forward. So what you need is your V5, and then we go online and you go to www.gov.uk/vehicle-tax. So the other mistake I see people say online is you've got to SORN your vehicle first, and that is not the case. If you SORN it, you can't re-tax it for 5 days. So you would only SORN a vehicle if you were paying road tax on it. So like you would on a combustion engine vehicle, because when you SORN it, you get the money back for any whole months of tax which are remaining. But when you haven't paid for tax in the first place, there's no point SORNing it. So you just go through this process and just re-tax it regardless. So let's hit start now. And it says, do you have a V11 reminder? And that is this document. But we don't, because we're re-taxing it regardless from this month. So we say no. What documents do you have? Well, you have your V5C. So we select V5C, or if you just had the green slip, which is the last section, because you've just bought the vehicle, you would select the green slip at the bottom. So we say continue. And now we put in the registration. And next we've got to put the 11-digit number, and that's the number on the top of the V5, or if you're using the green slip, that's the number there minus the first digit, because that's a 12-digit number. And you'll notice they're both the same. So let me just put in this one and then hit continue. And it's then doing a vehicle check. It's a Hyundai electric, yes, and it will be taxed from the 1st of March because we're now in March. And the crucial thing here is you need to do it this month. You've got to do it before the last day of March. If you do this in April, you're going to be paying £195. So now we get this warning to say the vehicle is currently taxed, because of course it is. In this case, it was only taxed last month, actually, hence why I've still got this renewal. So we're going to say continue, because if I re-tax it now, I'm going to get an extra month free. And it says here, there's our renewal, 1st of March. And we can put in an email address if we want, but I'm not going to bother with any of that. I'm just going to say continue, and there we're done. There we are. That's done. That vehicle is now taxed until the 1st of March, 2026. So come April 2026, we'll then have to pay tax on this vehicle, and it will be at £195 plus the RPI inflation then. So that will be probably £200 in 2026. So we just hit finish there, and that's done. That saved us, in this case, but for most people, that's going to save 11 months at £195. So that's £178 saving. And if you've got an electric van, as I said, the savings are even more because they're going to be taxed at the standard LCV rate as diesels, which is £345 a year. So if you've got an electric van and you retax it now before the end of March, you're going to save up to £316. So that will do. If you found this video useful, please do click the thumbs up. That really does help. Do comment below as well. And I'll see you on the next video.